While developing a verification mindset and understanding how to approach content is essential to carrying out an effective open source investigation, these skills alone can only get you so far. There are certain basic tools that are fundamental to verifying digital open source content, particularly visual content such as images and videos. Without them, many of the questions introduced above cannot be reliably answered. In this lesson, Gisela Perez de Acha, digital verification expert at the UC Berkeley Human Rights Center, will cover 4 essential tools that every open source researcher should be familiar with.
Often the first question that open source researchers face when analyzing a new piece of visual content is, has this image been published before? Has it been taken out of context? If so, when? So we would usually do a reverse image search, and I'm going to show you one of the tools that makes it faster and easier to do.
This tool allows you to determine other instances when the image or video that you are verifying has been indexed online by searching the databases of various image search engines. If you can identify previous example of this image or video online, it means that you're dealing with an old piece of content. The Invid plugin discussed in detail in Course 2, as well as in the guide linked in the resources below, allows you to search multiple databases for a particular image in just seconds.
Metadata refers to the data that describes other data. In the case of images and videos, metadata can sometimes provide very valuable information for verification. Like, for example, date and time where the image or media file was captured, GPS location coordinates, when it was uploaded to the internet, and sometimes even the device where the media was taken from.
There are many free tools that allow you to view EXIF data, which is associated with image files or the metadata contained in video files. However, most social media companies strip away all metadata associated with content uploaded to their platform, meaning that content discovered on Facebook, Twitter, or YouTube, for example, will have no metadata to analyze. Only when receiving content directly from the original source is metadata likely to prove useful.
For photos or videos that have been uploaded to social media, a very useful tool is upload date and timestamps.
You can see the timestamps here. These provide a record of when a photo or video was posted on the platform. It's very useful to figure out when a particular event possibly took place, or also to assemble an approximate timeline of multiple posts related to the same incident. However, not all social media platforms display upload dates and timestamps in the same way. The timestamp that you see depends on which platform you're viewing the content in. This is very important. Say you're a researcher in Berkeley, California, viewing content shared in relation to a recent event in Hong Kong. The timestamp that you see may be misleading. Tools like the Invid plugin or Amnesty's YouTube data viewer can help standardize date and timestamps, allowing you to convert to the local time zone of the area you're researching to get an accurate sense of when the image or video was uploaded to the internet.
So the last of these basic tools are to answer the fundamental question of where an image or video taken from social media was actually captured.
Very few social media posts are actually geotagged with the location where they were shared from, and even these can be misleading. Only through independent verification of the capture location can open source researchers be sure of where something was filmed or photographed. Fortunately, in many parts of the world, high-resolution satellite and street view imagery is freely available. These are the most effective tools that an open-source researcher has for verifying the place where a piece of visual content was recorded. By matching visual clues like those discussed in Lesson 2.2 with features visible on satellite imagery or other mapping tools, you may be able to establish definitely where a recorded event took place.
We will cover each of these tools and techniques on Course 2, but in the meantime, you can visit Amnesty's Citizen Evidence Lab and the guides linked below for tutorials on how to start using these tools yourself.